Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you guys are doing well, and we just wrapped up Game 3 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, and the Milwaukee Bucks came out victorious, and now the series is 2-1. Obviously, they were at home, and they had an absolute stinker in Boston. They definitely needed this game, but I'm not surprised by the way the Milwaukee Bucks responded in this game. We saw it versus the Phoenix Suns in the NBA Finals when they're down in that series. We've seen it throughout Giannis' career. He's a playoff choker. He doesn't step up in the big moments. We're not surprised he hasn't gone to the NBA Finals, or we're not surprised he hasn't gone far. But what I love about this Milwaukee Bucks team is they're so great at overcoming adversity and making adjustments. Yes, everyone can overcome adversity. They can get knocked down, get back up. But what are you doing differently when you get back up? Are you throwing a punch? Are you being smart and walking away? How are you treating this situation? The Bucks don't just get up and overcome adversity. They make the proper adjustments. They know what to do when they get back up. If they're down, if they're turning the ball over, if they're in foul trouble. Because I thought the Bucks responded in the most perfect way in this Boston Celtics game, or when taking on the Boston Celtics in Game 3. Like I said, they're up 2-1 now. Because early on in this game, in the first half, Giannis had 3 fouls. Brook Lopez had 3 fouls. It was Drew Holiday or Bobby Portis, I believe, that had 3 fouls as well. I was like, what? Like 3 out of their 5 starters are in foul trouble. This is an absolute mess. I'd be absolutely fuming if I was a Milwaukee Bucks fan. But they made the proper adjustments. They played smart. We know Drew Holiday is one of the best defensive players in the game. We know he's only 6'3", but he's extremely strong. He can back guys down. He does a great job shutting down or shutting off guys with his length, his physicality, textbook defense, amazing. And just, yes, a lot of people say don't reach a lot on defense, but he knows when to reach. Like the attention to detail and just his awareness on that side of the ball is just amazing to watch. But I thought the Celtics were going to dribble penetrate a lot. I thought they were going to just demolish the Milwaukee Bucks inside, because I was like, damn, we may not see some Drew Holiday out there. We may not see Brook Lopez out there a lot, or Giannis. So how are they going to be on the boards? And even when they had Giannis out of the game, like the Bucks still played great, because they know how to play throughout adversity. They know how to play without their key players. Like they're a knit, put together, just great basketball team. They got each other's backs. And obviously, the huge elephant in the room here is that Giannis had a historically or just a fantastic performance. 42 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists. He ended up with 4 fouls, 16 of 30 shooting, 1 of 6 from 3. And what I love about Giannis is the high level of intensity he plays with night in and night out. Just every single game. If he's struggling, is he going to stop attacking? No, he's still going to attack. But what he's learned throughout his career is making the right basketball play and not always attacking, scoring the ball, attacking the basket, but setting up his teammates. Dribble penetrating, kicking it out to the outside. He's developed that swing pass, dumping it off. Like he's progressed so much as a passer. It's amazing. And I really thought they did a great job making adjustments to the Celtics defense. They're like, we're going to force ourselves to get out on a run. We're going to try to catch the Celtics defense on their heels. We're going to make sure they don't get set and they're not comfortable in the half-court setting. And Giannis is continuously pushing the pace, playing hard as shit, was amazing, but even is shown to score in the half-court setting. Obviously, he's developed that mid-range shot. But he's been struggling at the free throw line in this series. He started off shooting only 3 of 6 from the free throw line, like early in this game, but he ended up, 10 for 12? He just couldn't miss, or 10 for 13. He couldn't miss, like at the free throw line in the second half, or since he kind of had that streak of missing, he continues to attack. He eventually knocked down a three-pointer after really struggling from the three-point line. He's not afraid to continue shooting. Like, his mentality is like no other in this league. It really is brilliant watching him play. And this was kind of a put the team on my back performance. Yes, Drew Holiday still had his over 20, but it was like on 11 of 30 shooting. He still had a solid basketball game. He had a huge bucket when it mattered most. But throughout 4 quarters of basketball, Giannis was just absolutely brilliant. Wesley Matthews finished with 3 points. Grayson Allen had 0. Brook Lopez had like 10 or 13. But again, there was that scare with foul trouble. And you look at on the other end. The Celtics, there were some big time question marks across the starters, like the starters board. Like I thought Jaylen Brown had a good game. He stepped up when it mattered most. He finished with over 20 points in this ball game. Robert Williams, his impact was there, and there. It got physical. I felt bad for him. The amount of times he was getting hit in the face, it got very physical this ball game. Al Horford, I thought was absolutely tremendous. Al Horford's the player of the game for the Boston Celtics. Second chance opportunities, crashing the glass, timely buckets, unbelievable. Marcus Smart, you could say he wasn't the greatest for Marcus Smart. His 3-point shot or his offensive game just wasn't there. There was even some inconsistencies defensively, like he wasn't always set and he wasn't always making the proper reads. They were kind of all over the place offensively. But one of the key reasons they're all over the place offensively is Jason Tatum. It's going to be very hard to win basketball games or win a big game when Giannis obviously has 42 points and your key guy, Jason Tatum, has 10 points on not the best of efficiency. 4 of 19 from the field, 0 of 6 from 3. And if you're struggling from the field scoring the ball, the key thing is get others involved. Obviously, you want to still continuously be aggressive, but attack the hole, get others involved. He only finished with 3 assists and he only had 1 rebound. So it wasn't like any type of balanced game at all from Jason Tatum. Sometimes he was taking awkward, off-balance jumpers. At times you could say, oh, that's an offensive foul. Like, why are you shooting that? Like, he played out of control. He wasn't knocking down his shots. It was an absolute mess. I thought Derek White did his thing off the bench. I thought Grant Williams provided some solid defense. And again, Jaylen Brown stepped up when it mattered most. Like, he was a key reason they had this comeback after the Bucks were up 14 points. It was Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, hook shot, timely shot, in mid-range territory, popping out to the outside. I really got to give credit to those guys there. And Jaylen Brown was the reason they eventually got the lead, dribble penetrating, drawing a foul. And you could say they could have took a lead before that. They were getting timely stops. They just weren't able to execute. But you could also say the Bucks' length was too much in the interior. But if I was a Bucks fan, I was kind of scared. Like, if I was a Bucks fan, I would have been kind of scared down the stretch. They were allowing offensive rebounds. They weren't boxing out at times. The Celtics looked like the team from Game 2, just crashing the glass, being very aggressive on the boards. And at times, Giannis was just standing around. I'm like, why is he not boxing out? Why is he not rebounding? I believe it was on like back-to-back possessions or close together possessions. He just wasn't boxing out. Giannis, though, did get a timely bucket, that one-handed push shot after backing down. Jrue Holiday backing down Tatum. Some people would say he pushed off and it was an offensive foul. Timely bucket. Pat Connaughton had a huge 3. But they were able to take Robert Williams out of his game. They just, their best player didn't step up. I didn't think they played the smartest of basketball. The Bucks were able to play their brand of ball. Again, this without Chris Middleton. The Milwaukee Bucks are just this good of a basketball team. They're just that freaking good. And obviously, we're going to be talking about down the stretch. Obviously, Giannis gets that key bucket, or Jrue Holiday gets that key bucket to put them up 2. But I thought the most pivotal moment of this basketball game, it had to be that final possession. When Marcus Smart had it, after a huge shot by the Milwaukee Bucks, Marcus Smart has it. He drives near the right wing. He goes to put up a 3. He gets fouled. So I'm like, holy shit, he's going to get 3 free throws. He would have had a chance to tie the game. But it turns out they called it on the floor and they're already in the bonus. So he was only going to get 2 free throws. He knocks down the first one. He intentionally misses. It works out beautifully. The Celtics get it, but they miss near the rim. They get it back, miss near the rim again. Get it back, miss near the rim. Al Horford finally comes up with it, puts it up and in, but there's no more time on the clock. And that's just the worst way to lose if you're a Boston Celtics fan. And it's also, by the way, I thought it was a terrible call. I thought he should have got 3 free throws. It looked like he was shooting, in my opinion. It looked like he was in a shooting pocket and he was going up to fire. But if I'm a Milwaukee Bucks fan, I'm frustrated because, geez, there were so many possessions down the stretch. I'm like, geez, you have to box out. They better have some offensive rebounding drills or do some rebounding drills or something. Mike Budenholzer better get up in their jersey about that during practice. But just to lose in that fashion, if you're a Celtics fan, that has to be heartbreaking. Let me know down below your thoughts. I'm sorry if the audio got weird. My microphone died. Had to record this last second. And peace out, y'all.